Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be going over my top 5 neutral palettes of all times. So some of them are going to be limited edition, but these are my genuine top 5s. One of them at least is still floating around so you can get it. One of them I know you can't get anymore, but the other ones are available currently and are permanent as far as I'm aware. So let's just jump right in no particular order. We're going to start with the Tartlet palette. This is a really great all matte neutral palette. You've got your plummy neutrals. I think very bridal when I look at this, but there's obviously just your standard neutrals, your more smoky neutrals, and then you have that fun little plum pop. So neutrals, they're matte, so they're really great for me because I have oily eyelids, so I don't have to worry about longevity and long wear time compared to some of the more shimmery shades. So it's perfect for that. I absolutely love plum, purples, favorite color ever. So definitely a top neutral palette. Next up is the Makeup Forever Artist Shadows Volume 1, which the outside is very reminiscent of Rocky Horror with the big lips and the red lips and what have you. It has a fairly sturdy magnetic closure. And then inside you have 9 neutrals. You have some light, some mid-tone, really like 2 dark ones, and that's it. But overall I love this because I love the formula. This is by far one of my top eyeshadow formulas of all time. I get the best wear out of these compared to anything else. And they're really beautiful and easy to work with. Particularly this palette I like because it's neutral. It's your sort of taupey colors, your very basic, very soft smoky, which is something I love. This is a really great palette if you're in a rush. The only downside to this palette is there is no matte in it. That is the only thing I don't like. Other than that, I love everything about it. So, there you have that one. Then we have one that is limited edition. It is still available. It's actually clearance. I actually bought a back of it because I love it so much, and that is the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, which very simple packaging but very elegant. And then inside you have your shadows, which the layout is to me is like very reminiscent of like a MAC palette, in that you just have silly rows of standard circular eyeshadows. You've got at least 4 or 5 mattes in here, a couple satins that are very close to matte. You have a lot of light, you've got your midtones, then you have a few little pops of fun. But I love this palette. I've used it a lot since I got it, and I don't buy backups of anything ever unless it's something that I know I go through, like a face primer. I'll have one in my drawer waiting, so when I run out, I can just pop it open. This particular palette I've used so much, I bought a backup of it. So that is saying something. This is definitely by far one of my most reach for. In fact, 99% of the time it's just sitting out on my vanity because I use it so often. This one is one of those ones that's limited that you can't get anymore, so I do apologize, but it's one of my genuine favorites, and that is the Urban Decay Theodora Oz the Great and Powerful palette, which, can we talk about this packaging? How come we haven't had anything fun and beautiful like this in a while from them? I mean, Alice in Wonderland's okay, but it's not like this. This was good. And then inside you have your Zero liner, which we're just going to take that out so it's not falling. Then you have your 6 shades, 2 of which are duos. One is a gold and black one, and the other one is a green duo. The green duo is pretty fun. It's more neutral green than it is anything else. I'm not a fan of the gold because it has a lot of heavy glitter in it, but the other 4 are very great for a very basic, very smoky, very soft look that I absolutely love. I mean, this for the longest time was the only thing I would reach for a neutral look. I've branched away from it lately because I have other loves, but it still is one of my top neutral palettes. It still is one of those ones that I just gravitate towards, especially whenever I travel. I still always bring this one with me. So, yeah. Sucks that it's not available anymore, but like I said, I'm going to be 100% honest. It is one of my favorites. It is one of my most reached for. Lastly, we have the Rock unzipped original one, not the gold one, just the classic unzipped. And this one is just a gorgeous rose gold champagne palette. I bought this on a whim, and I gotta say I'm glad I did because I absolutely love it. I believe it was originally limited edition, and it's now permanent. It's still around. It's been around for years, so I'm thinking it's permanent. But originally when I bought it, it did say limited edition. But this is just the perfect rose gold palette. Forget Naked 3, forget all those ones. Go for this one. It's perfect. The shadow quality is phenomenal, and you will not regret it if you like rose gold, sort of plummy, beautiful champagne pink eyes. This might actually be my top number one. Really not going to narrow it down and say which one would for sure would be, but this one's a strong contender. I gotta say, I haven't used it in a while, but I'm thinking it's going to actually sit out on my vanity for a while. Reusing it for a wedding recently really reminded me how much I love it. But there you have my top 5 neutral palettes. Let me know down in the comments what yours are. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.